So what is up, guys? Today I have different kind of style of video here in windy, gloomy, sunny, I don't know. Cape Town weather is just all over the place. It was hot one week and then today it's completely different. But I want to talk about a few things regarding this particular car, or the TSI or the GTI, some common issues that this car has. And I've owned this car for what, maybe 6 months now. I should do a video on that, but this is still, I'm not gonna lie, even though with all the issues that it has and everything that it comes with, I still love this car. I wouldn't trade this car for anything. Still my daily, and it's been amazing. So I have a few things to talk about, a few common issues that you might need to look out for when you are buying this car. Also, I want to talk about the other thing about VW cars and their safety. Is it safe to even own a VW Polo in South Africa? In Johannesburg, maybe not. In Cape Town, depends where you stay. So welcome to another video. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that is not so much significant, but these parking distance control sensors. They sometimes make noise when there's nothing in front of them. So that's one thing this car does, and it's not like always, but what I did notice is that when the car travels so much to the point where you have like bugs on the bumper, then at some point it will make noise when this thing is covered with bugs or is covered with smudges. So maybe that's the problem, I'm not sure, but for me, I think it has only done it once. And also they are a bit late in recognizing sounds, well, in recognizing objects. Not a bit late, but a car can pass you by and you're trying to go to your left, and when the car is already passed, the moment you try steer the steering wheel, it will start making noise. So it's stuff like that. It's a bit delayed, but it still works. If you're a Schumacher like me, you don't need this, but other people, this will completely change their lives. So the back ones are fine. It's only the front ones that have issues. So now let's get into the car. I don't understand why they say it doesn't verpa, but hey. So the first thing I want to talk about is the infotainment. So the Polo AW, well, all of the AWs from 2018 up to recent, I'm not sure about the new models, but they have issues with their infotainment systems. They are sometimes slow, unresponsive. Sometimes I will plug my cable into my phone, the music would only play on my phone instead of the speakers. Sometimes I'll plug my phone, Android or Apple CarPlay wouldn't connect. So there's those issues that the infotainment still has. So the only way to circumvent that is to restart the thing completely. So you have to press it for like, I think 15 seconds, and then it will reboot. After rebooting, it will go back to normal. So that's an issue for me because that's not something that I'm used to. Well, I'm lying. My TSI had the same issue. This also still has the same issue, and this is a 2021 year model. That one was a 2018 year model, and they still haven't fixed this part of the Polo GTI or the Polo. So that's one issue that I have with it. Right now, I think it's fine. My phone is not connected, but if I try connect my phone, it might tell me that, okay, I can't connect to Android Auto, or hey, there's an issue there and there, and then I just have to press this button, wait for it, it will make a noise, yeah, and then now it's back. And then when I connect it again, the system has rebooted, so everything, whatever bug there was, it has been fixed. And this is a common issue. This is a manufacturing fault. So whatever car you buy, if it's a Polo AW, it might have one of these issues. Maybe a few won't have, but most of them will have this issue. So So the second thing I want to mention, this basically goes with you actively servicing your car, right, including the major services and all of those stuff. So this car comes with a DSG, right? DSG, if you don't know what that means, DSG means if I break, you will have to pay me a lot of money to get fixed. And that's basically what DSG means. And this car will have to go major services. I think 60,000 is a major service, 60 or 70,000 is a major service, and 120 is also a major service. So that's where they actually make sure that the gearbox will still remain intact even after a few years. If it's a manual, perfect. I always tell people, if you want your Polo TSI to not give you issues with regards to what is in the middle here, then you might as well opt for a manual. But unfortunately, the Polo GTIs don't have a manual, they only have automatic. So if you do have this thing, just make sure that it is serviced each and every time. The major services, everything is taken care of, so that when this breaks, it doesn't give you issues. I've once saw a video, I'll post it right now.
Whoa. That did not sound good.
So that is one major issue of this thing. All of the Polo GTIs, the Golf GTIs, if it has a DSG, just know that if that thing breaks, you will have to pay upwards of maybe 50,000 to fix the gearbox, right? So just make sure that you do service your car each and every time, so that you won't have that issue. Another thing that I want to mention is the state of VW in South Africa, the state of Polo, so people would say. This car is, to say the least, it's very wanted, right? People want this car, even aftermarket, even on your We Buy cars, your used cars. This car is sought after, whether it's this one, whether it's the Polo TSI. They hold their values very well subjectively, right? They do hold their values very well. But the state of VWs in South Africa right now is very, very sad, because I've recently saw that they are now stealing your mirrors. Beforehand it was your headlights, which was apparently, it's easy, very, very easy to take. So just make sure, my advice for you is just make sure, when you do buy this car, one, make sure you're living in an area where you won't feel like you have to look over your shoulder each and every time. That's what I do when I'm in Cape Town. If I drive out of my place, then I have to make sure that whichever turn, whatever street I'm on, I'm always looking over my shoulder. Right now I'm in Gordons Bay, which is relatively safe. I haven't heard of any hijackings here, so I drive at least less cautious when I'm driving on these roads. But in Cape Town, you have to make sure you're always looking over your shoulders, just because you own a Polo. Nah. So those are most of the stuff that I wanted to talk about: the PDC, the gearbox, and the state of VWs in South Africa, and also this thing which I hate. But with all of that being said, I still love the car. I still think it's the greatest car to buy. I still think it's one of the cars that offer the most value at its price point, even though it's starting to get more expensive, but it offers a lot of value in its price point. Every time I see a 318 on the road, or a 320, whether it's a D, whether it's an I don't care, I know I'm going to be better than them. Either way, I know. So this car is great in that aspect, like the power, the drive, and everything. This car is still amazing. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section and we'll engage on there. This is a different style of video that I try to do. I don't know if it's nice, I don't know if it's bad, but yeah, we'll see where this goes, and love and peace.